when does that addiction become a problem? Because we have functional addicts.
Yeah.
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
Whenever the addiction gets to the point where you can no longer control it.
Yeah, and that's what you were talking about.
When you start to get to that gray area, I was talking about that gray area where you have people who are functional addicts, but they get to a point too, to where they no longer can be functional.
Yeah,
either two reasons why.
The functionality or the lack thereof
is where you get to an addiction. But the thing is, he said you have an enablers too.
A problem.
Where the problem where people can recognize is addiction.
Yeah. And so let's go back to Maslow for a second, the hierarchy of needs. And as functioning adults, there are certain needs of yours that you were supposed to be able to meet on your own.
Absolutely.
And at the point where you are no longer able to hold up to your end of the deal, you were, but now you're not, that's a turning point. That's where, hey,
that's where you start to see the signs as well.
I was able to provide myself shelter. Well, guess what? I can't now. I was able to provide myself food, but I can't now. I was able to provide myself security, but I can't now. That's where it becomes a problem. And so these are things, that we have to look at, I mean, and it does get to be that little bit of a gray area where is it an addiction or not? And I tell people, stop looking at whether it's an addiction or not. Ask yourself, is it a problem?
Is it a problem? Yeah.
That's really what you need to be looking at. Because if it doesn't reach problem status, it doesn't reach addiction status. But if you can't.
So addictions, by very nature, are a problem.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I've gone through life thinking that an addiction isn't necessarily a problem.
It is. It's just, is it affecting your needs?
I always looked at what can you handle? Because
but just because you can handle a lot don't mean you're supposed to handle a lot. You see what I mean? Like as a kid, I wasn't supposed to handle my parents going through a divorce, but I did.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to. So now when I talk to other kids who didn't go through that and they have a different life, I understand wow, maybe I wasn't supposed to, be stuck there, and you get stuck there.
Yeah.
Are you understand what I'm saying?
And so
I'm following.
let me paint another story here. There was this statistic that talked about how I think 70% of females under the age of 18 have been sexually assaulted in some way. Okay, I said that statistic is incredibly low and probably inaccurate.
I can agree with that.
Why? Because they're going by what is reported.
Yep.
Okay. So there's that aspect of that. But then also you have girls who grew up in situations where they don't even know this is assault.
That there was assault.
Yeah. They didn't even know because they're so used to this. They're so used to guys grabbing their bodies and touching them that they don't know that this is assault. And so that ties into what we're talking about here. I grew up in this dysfunction of divorced parents, so I really didn't know that having divorced parents was a dysfunctional thing. And almost all my friends either had divorced parents or parents that were never married. So I didn't really know that was an issue until I got to be an adult and realized this is an issue. This is a thing.
This is a problem.
Like, I wasn't supposed to be dealing with these kinds of things at this age.
Right.
So, that all feeds into it. And when you talk about the kids growing up in broken homes and stuff like that, the home is security. And when you have a broken home, you have breached one of those Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Security is a need. Yeah. So, therefore, you have breached that need. And now I'm going to look for this need in any way I can find it.
Gotcha.
Okay? For instance, young girls who grew up in divorced homes are more likely to encounter sexual assault. Why? Not because they're being targeted, but because they're seeking security. They're seeking security, and they run to places where they think it's secure. Somebody has provided them the illusion of security, and now they are not in an insecure area.
Wow. This is... So, I hate we got to end it here, but we just do. Because now we get into territories where we can talk about on the next podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
So addiction. We got the definition. We understand what it is. So, the thing that I want people to think about at home is, are you addicted to something that you're not admitting yet? Or that you don't know is an addiction yet?
Here's the litmus test I give people.
And we're going to close with this.
Yeah. If there's something that you think might be an addiction, or somebody's telling you is an addiction, okay? go 30 days without it.
Ooh.
If you can't go 30 days without it, or for those 30 days, you are the grumpiest person alive, that lets you know there's a problem there.
Hey, we're in with that. That's a great question. Hey, this is Katie Young.
Richard, where were you in 2012? Like, I needed you so bad.
This is Katie Young.
This is Josh Rucker.
I love you all.
Obviously, the addict.
I've been there too before, Josh. Next episode, I'll tell about my addiction.
Bet.